Hi, my name is Mark H. Plowman, and I'm here to talk about highlights on our Service Spotlight series. Let's dissect that word highlight. I think the simplest definition is to change the color of the hair by making it brighter. Let's go back further in time to kind of see where we've come to today. Highlighting the hair started back in 1400s. Women would change their hair color by using different olive oils and lemons and aloe and gold flecks as well. And then they would sat out in the sun for hours on end to just get a little bit of shift change. And it's not as pretty as you think it would. It was literally a hat with the top cut off and the brim. So the tops of the head were colored bright, the ends different color. Imagine like a reversed ombre. Going forward in time, when it became more popular in the 60s with movie stars like Bridget Bardot, and in the 70s with Farrah Fawcett, is when we actually started seeing a little bit more of the more beautiful traditional highlighting. In the 80s is where you saw more dimension coming in with traditional foiling techniques that we really think of today. Today, we're using foiling techniques, highlighting techniques in many, many different ways, but the ones I really want to focus on is the foiling technique itself. It is something that can be used in so many different areas of the head to change a person's face shape, to highlight an area on the hair that we want to show something cool on, like one of those shock colors, to a full blend, and or start changing your hair from dark to light. That's where you're going to see us stylists use that on you. Highlight techniques that are really popular right now are using them in placements for shock pieces. We are taking the tradition of all over, breaking that mold, and giving the look a more current feel. The client that does do highlighting is someone who's going to want a lot of maintenance for it, and they're really going for that brighter look, because when you're highlighting, you can achieve further push in your color. The girl that comes in over and over every 6 to 8 weeks to have that touch up wants that beauty all the time. That's why we go for full highlights on the head. Maintenance on a full highlight or highlight in any realm of that word really depends on you and your stylist. My personal take on it is 6 to 8 weeks, I want to see you again, because when your highlight grows out, you're going to see more of a harsher line than you would see something in more of those lived-in techniques at this time. Maintenance doesn't always mean you have to do a full highlight all over the head as well. It can be a partial thing just to update you, to push you through to your next big service with your stylist. Highlighting as we used to look at it before was definitely those like, I want to see lines, I want to see chunkiness, I want to see that really, really harsh high-low in my hair, thinking Kelly Clarkson from the early 2000s. Techniques like that now are still kind of being used, but we're tilting a little bit, we're softening it out, we're giving it a little bit more of that lived-in beautiful root, but still going to the scalp with that highlight so you can get longevity out of that look as well. Things I would definitely ask your stylist when you're in their chair for your consultation on your highlights are what kind of techniques that they're seeing as well. I think a common misconception a lot of clients have is that highlighting can be very damaging for your hair. We here at Anagen found a really great product that when we're lifting you, we're taking care of it at the same time. That is next to unheard of, and we really want to dispel that kind of myth because highlighting is a true classic. It's going to be around forever. It is very high-end looking when you get something like that done. Balayages are gorgeous as well in their own right, but when you do a full head highlight, you get this gorgeous, flawless, seamless blend from scalp to ends. It looks like your own, which I think that alone says so much to what your stylist can do for you and your look. As a stylist, it is our job to teach you how to take care of this at home as well. When you're lifting so hard like we do in a traditional highlight, you definitely want to put good things back in the hair. Asking your stylist what products you should be taking home is super important as well. At-home care is just as important as in-salon care. Taking home products that help rebuild your strands, that help strengthen your proteins in there, and add the goodness that your hair deserves after it's been taken out in your highlight process. It is super important to really use products that your stylist suggests from in a salon, because when you're highlighting, you're doing a lot of work on it, and what you need to put back into it needs to be worth it as well. There's a big difference between a low-end store-bought product and the in-salon product that is trusted and supportive of the look that you just achieved. Here at Anagen 11, we're using the traditional classic highlight technique in different ways. We're integrating that technique into looks that are trending right now. So it doesn't mean we have to do a full head, front to back foil technique. Maybe use a couple pieces on top to draw that balayage back up, brighten them up again. Maybe we're using pieces around the face only just to give you a little punch of blonde. We're definitely using it in a way to bring your hair to that high-end white level so we can start getting you into that pastel realm as well. It's not just back-to-back foils anymore. It's definitely using it to our advantage to achieve the most current cool looks. This classic technique is something you shouldn't be afraid of. It is definitely a high-end service that when executed correctly can be so polished and so beautiful. Balayages are gorgeous and super in and always will be as well, but right now I think the idea of bringing highlights to your look when necessary is something you should definitely talk to your stylist about. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you at a consultation in our salon.